Your next contest is an 8-man tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Oh, it's one of our feature matchups. Nate Wings has been waiting for retribution for 6 months now, ever since PCW Holiday Havoc, when Crimson made his debut in this organization. That 6-man tag ended with the Cogar brothers abducting Nate Wings, taking him to a torture room, and just scarring and bloodying this young kid up until he was finally discovered by some other members of the PCW roster. Wings has brought his frequent tag team partner from the road, Aaron Williams, the self-proclaimed baddest man alive, and they're going to be joined by these two athletes we're about to see. Well, Sonny Defarge and Cornelius Crummels are here fighting on behalf of their close personal longtime friends, Dropkick Dave and Uppercut Ulysses, who had their careers unceremoniously ended. Their masks were stolen. They're still worn around the necks of the Cogar brothers as trophies of their conquest. Defarge and Crummels, they look a little vaguely familiar to me, but beyond that, I think I just know them as the Chikara Campeones de Pejas.
Well, looking from the like of it from the 1800s in Old England. Were you ever in England in the 1800s?
I used to go to England, but not that long ago. And now, as much as these 4 men have been looking forward to this revenge, they got to feel like the odd men out, because this has already been claimed by the Culmination as their night.
Joe, this is going to be an interesting matchup. You got the I don't want to say solid, well-oiled machine, but they're certainly on the same page.
And we're going to fight!
Well, I was going to say against 4 guys that have never teamed together. Obviously, we do have 2 teams in there. We've got Aaron Williams, Sonny and Cher. We got Cornelius Cumbertickles, and we got the man that's the most special man in PCW, according to you, Nate Wings. Nobody more special than him.
Well, we saw Crummels and, well, look at this. 4 Pescados to the floor. We saw Crummels and Defarge have the backs of Williams and Wings back at Fallout when Remy LaVey skewed the numbers game towards the Culmination, made things 3-on-2 at the end of a tag team matchup. But, hey, these 4 men have a common enemy, and that enemy is the Culmination. The Culmination has derailed these men's careers, these men's livelihoods, these men's personal friendships, as it's Sonny Defarge in the ring with Otis Cogar. And everybody else is just fighting all around, and Defarge is out. Uppercut!
Oh, no, shut up,
Shades
Joe.
of his buddy Ulysses! That one was for the fallen. Remy LaVey, though, no remorse.
You get really excited over those 2 moves, don't you?
Well, it's an homage to their friends that were not with us anymore.
Well, you know what? I don't like their friends, and you know what? I certainly don't like them either.
You gotta believe Defarge and Crummels would love to retrieve those masks and return them to the rightful owners, too.
Joe, you know that I'm just as impartial as the next person, but in this, I don't know who I root for. The Culmination, the Culmination scares the heebie-jeebies out of me, and I don't like anybody else on the other side, so I'm really torn here.
Aaron Williams showing that martial arts background. Fancy footwork to take Remy LaVey out of the equation.
And that is impressive. A guy that's about, I'd say, 250 at least, able to hit those martial arts maneuvers.
And Gory with a thirst for flesh. Gory made it to the finals of the Welterweight Championship Tournament a month ago in iPay-Per-View. So did Nate Wings. if I recall correctly, it was Gory who eliminated Nate Wiggs from the equation. Nate Wiggs with a Spinneroni Shades of Booker T. Step up into the standing shooting star. I love it. And Atticus Cogar back with a combo.
Well, Nate Wiggs went down like he was hit with one of Stevie Ray's flapjacks. Or slapjacks, or whatever that thing is called.
Hit him with a pancake? Cornelius Crummels sends Atticus Cogar for the ride. Atticus, the receiving end of a drop kick. Atticus, one of the sickest, most deranged minds I've ever come across. Crummels with a cover for one. I believe it's Atticus that has the Dropkick Dave mask around his neck most of the time. I understand that Dave and Crummels were quite close.
You know, I did see a dropkick earlier, and you didn't yell like you were going to fall backwards out of your chair. I appreciate that.
Saving it. Oh, gosh.
Speaking of dropkicks.
Yeah, that may be a message, a psychological message. Atticus a couple drop kicks. I don't think that's an accident. Otis comes in on Crummels. Otis, man, he's built thick, isn't he?
Well, no doubt about it. I think, and I say this with guarded optimism, but I think we might have some semblance of order in this matchup at this point.
It may only be temporary. Otis showing that power. And Crummels is sent skull first into the turnbuckle. Questionable pinfall. They looked near the windpipe, did Otis.
Well, that's why we have Jake the Lemon in there to tell us right from wrong in the rules. And, you know, one thing I'll say about the Cogars, and I'll say this about Remy LaVey as well. Remy LaVey a little bit more experienced than the Cogars, but the Cogars are fresh into the world of professional wrestling. Not quite sure where they came from, don't quite want to know where, but working as seasoned veterans because of the tutelage of Gory.
That's true, and don't forget the spiritual father, Crimson, and the guidance he brings as well. Crimson challenges for the Premier Championship later tonight. I think begrudgingly so, I may look at Atticus as most improved in the PCW roster in 2017.
Well, Joe, let me ask you a question. As the guy that kind of runs the show here, what do you do if the Culmination acquires their goal when taking the heavyweight championship?
I don't know. It looks increasingly likely that it's going to happen. Not a knock on Andrew Palace, but they come in here with so much power, momentum, and so much behind them. So much just angst, so much rage. You can see these rapid-fire kicks, first from Atticus, then Remy LaVey. If the Culmination win the championship, and even if they don't, oh, wait a second, Gory baiting in these opponents, and now it's 4-on-1 in the corner. Come on.
Well, Joe, it's like I said before, they're the Culmination on the same page. They're, you know, we've talked about the great stables in wrestling, the great families in professional wrestling. This isn't just a group of guys that came together by happenstance. This was a plan. This was a plot. This was by design. And that speaks volumes and danger for everybody else in PCW.
Oh, Gory down with a low drop kick. If the Culmination succeed in their goals tonight, I have no way of stopping them. The only thing I can do is hope to contain the outbreak. Gory into the cover on Crummels, only finds two, left the upper body exposed, but this is what they've wanted. I couldn't stop it, all right? Palace accepted the challenge. Palace insisted that I sign this matchup in public, in the ring. I had no recourse. The fans wanted it, Palace wanted it, Gory wanted it, and I was forced into this situation. I don't like it. I'm not comfortable with it. If it was up to me, it would not be happening. But it's a reality, and this company could change forever. Gory said at the end of the night, we'll know what the face of true evil looks like.
Well, I will question the decision-making on Andrew Palace. All for heart, yeah, that's all well and good, but
Another cover here, 2 and no.
For him, the focus should be keeping that PCW championship. And if you're across the ring from Crimson, that's not an easy thing to do.
Imagine the impatience on the other side of the ring, especially Nate Wiggs, who's been waiting for this moment for 6 months now, has no choice but to watch Cornelius Crummels just suffer.
You'd have to think every moment he stares at one of the members of the Culmination, he just remembers exactly what he went through, remembers the pain he went through, not only the physical, but the mental as well. You know, Joe, physical scars, they heal, no problem. Give it some time. You might have a scar there, but the pain subsides. However, mental scars, they last a lifetime. And I personally wonder, what mental anguish does Nate Wiggs go through?
Yeah, Wiggs was away for some 3-4 months from Premier Championship Wrestling. Gory tags in Remy LaVey, the Minder Racer. Almost like the David Koresh of the Culmination. We always see him espousing the virtues of the Culmination and recruiting members and telling people how the Culmination is just the way to a better lifestyle. Just some sick doctrine from Remy LaVey.
Well, I don't think I would want to attend a Sermon on the Mount from one Remy LaVey. But say, from a wrestling standpoint, you got to give these guys credit. They're making quick tags. They're being smart. They're keeping their guy in the corner and not letting him get any air, not letting him get any ability. They're staying right on him as close as they can.
Yeah, Atticus aggressively choking, Gory biting. We're seeing just the Culmination just at their ugliest.
And you see Aaron Williams, John over there. I mean, this also, you've got three guys on the other side that are all obviously as fresh can be that want to get in there. But it's frustrating. And when you're frustrated, you get thrown off your game. When you get thrown off your game against the Culmination, that's dangerous for everybody.
Oh, without a doubt. The Culmination don't need a big opening to count. Like, drop kick! Drop kick! Shades of Dave!
You just couldn't hold it in, could you?
Well, hey, with Dave on his mind, can Crummels get a tag? Maybe they could reclaim the mask. Maybe they could beat the Culmination here. We could have a feel-good moment. Can you imagine how Dave would react? Hey, here comes Sonny Defarge. And Defarge unloading on everybody. Look at that power. These people are going crazy.
Well, they're certainly going banana.
Atticus a reversal. Springboard. Uppercut!
I knew you.
And a nip up.
Would you like me to be silent for this?
What? Cover! Oh, near fall.
Am I speaking French? Would you like me to be silent while you can just call the moves as loud as you can?
When did you get here? Here comes Nate Wings!
Oh, for once I wish they would turn off my headset.
Uppercut! Drop kick! And here comes Nate Wings!
Forearm!
Here comes Aaron Williams! Look at this! Monkey flip, Aaron Williams using Nate Wings as an offensive weapon. I love it. These are some dues being paid by Atticus Cogar for those months of torture on Wings, dropkick and uppercut. Atticus in a bad way right now.
Well, no doubt there's no Culmination member. Oh, jeez.
Oh, stomp, and Atticus gets spiked skull first. Nate Wings, the legal man, they're going to do this. No, Remy, Otis, Gory out of nowhere.
I'll tell you that, give that save to Gory, no doubt about it. I think that was it for the Culmination. We're not going to know, obviously, but that could have been it.
Oh, Gory making a leap, or Wings making a leap for Gory. Buckle bomb counter. Shades of the welterweight finals here. Oh, God. What a devastating lung blower.
That's a good way to break your sternum, maybe even crack a jaw, depending on, uh-oh.
Here's Sonny Defarge. Nicely done, full Nelson slam. Remy LaVey. Sling blade connects. Cornelius Crummels in the ring. We're just taking turns now. Somebody's better spent. Drop kick.
Well, Joe, that's what you see a lot of times during this match.
Oh, Big Otis just barrels over Crummels.
You got to have eyes in the back of your head to pay attention to what's going on at all times, not on all sides.
And Williams the knee. Otis out on his feet, and Williams gets the big man over.
That is no easy task.
Low drop kick connects as well. Otis is out of it. And the Culmination, for maybe the first time ever, needs to regroup.
Well, that's what they got to do. They got to be smart and regroup, and well, they need to pay attention. I don't know if they're going to be. Well, I think Nate Wings is blocked from.
Look at this! Nate Wings up everybody's back and shoulders!
Joe, I don't know what it is that I just saw, but what I was going to say was I believe Nate Wings was being blocked by his I don't think we've ever seen the Culmination at this disadvantage before. I'm almost out of words.
The energy, the emotion, the jubilation. When I tell you Nate Wings is a special athlete, this is what I'm talking about.
And now, the other three have the Culmination occupied on the outside, and And well, Gory needs to turn around.
I'm not even sure who's legal at this point, but Aaron Williams may be finishing off the leader of the culmination, and Remy from behind. The Cogar's involved as well. Now, the culmination swarm, just like that, back in the ring.
Joe, that's what they do. They swarm like a bunch of vultures and knock a guy out. They take him down and they pick the bones with whatever's left.
Without a doubt they do.
And this is not going to go good for Aaron Williams. He needs help.
We've seen this before. Double stomp. It is 4-on-1, and it looks like step one of the culmination's plan tonight is about to come to fruition.
The drop on that is bad enough, but taking 2 feet to the chest and rib area is just as bad.
Look at Nate! Nate with 2 feet to 2 chests of his own! And Otis from behind. Oh no, this is that pitch black forecast. We've seen the Cogars hit a number of times before, and so have Crummels and Defarge. They cut Otis off at the pass.
Well, it's going to be Atticus and Nate Wings right now.
Look at this. Nate Wings has Atticus. We're going to see a modified vertebreaker. Nate Wings on top. Retribution for the torture room. Nate Wings wins it for his team. What a victory as the culmination agreed to this match to destroy their 4 chief rivals. Their rivals actually band together and defeat the culmination. Can you believe it? What does this mean for the night?
Well, certainly the culmination had plans coming in, and right now things are off the rails to say the least. A measure of revenge there by Nate Wings. And we're going to have to see if the culmination can regroup, because right now it's not looking good, Joe.
But a couple of very, very skilled tag teams. They were able to work together. They were able to gel. And Nate Wings with one last message of psychological warfare to the Cogars, showing that he's not going to let them rent any space in his mind anymore. What a moment! Wings, Williams, Crummels, and Defarge are victorious. And man, they earned it. Gotta wonder what's next for all 4 of these athletes. You gotta believe that the culmination issue with these 4 may still not be over. But I think the culmination just finally realizing what's happened.
And you've got a very, very unhappy culmination and a very unhappy Gory right now.
And again, with the confidence that the culmination came in here tonight with the promises they've made. Well, Atticus is the one that was pinned. Ooh.
Well, you heard Gory say failure isn't an option.
That's some tough love right there. Tensions in the culmination camp, but a championship clash still to come later as Gory realigns his troops.